There is a whisper inside each of us that speaks of a possibility far greater than where we currently stand. It stirs late at night, when the world is quiet and you are left alone with your thoughts. That whisper is your dream. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand. It simply waits, persistent and patient, for you to listen. And when you do, when you give it just a little attention, it begins to glow with life. These dreams are not random bursts of imagination. They are not fanciful illusions sent to taunt you with what could never be. No, they are sacred assignments placed deep within your soul long before you even recognize them. They are the quiet instructions that guide you toward your highest calling, your greatest contribution, the reason you were born. You didn't choose your dreams. Your dreams chose you. They are divine gifts entrusted to your heart because you are the one uniquely capable of bringing them to life. Sometimes you doubt them. You wonder if they are too big, too bold, too unrealistic. But consider this. Why would such vivid visions exist within you if you weren't meant to pursue them? The mere existence of these dreams within your spirit is proof of your capacity to fulfill them. They are clues, breadcrumbs, leading you down the path of your purpose. But you must choose to believe in them. The world around you may not always understand. Family, friends, even strangers may project their fears onto you. They might say it's too risky, too impractical, too different. But their doubts are not your truth. Their limitations are not your boundaries. Only you can truly know the power of what lives inside your heart. When you allow yourself to honor your dreams, you awaken a force within that is unstoppable. You begin to see the world differently. Possibilities seem to appear where once there were only obstacles. The ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. Your energy shifts. Your days have new meaning because you are no longer simply surviving. You are moving toward a vision that fuels your soul. You feel alive in a way that cannot be replicated by anything else. Even in the face of challenges, you stand firm because you know that this journey is part of something much greater than temporary discomfort or setbacks. Think of the caterpillar, which carries within it the blueprint of a butterfly long before it has wings. The dream of flight exists within its very being, even as it crawls upon the ground. The transformation is inevitable because the dream was planted with divine precision. Your dreams operate the same way. They are embedded into your DNA, coded into your existence by a higher wisdom that sees the fullness of your potential, even when you cannot yet see it yourself. The dream is not random. It is intentional, waiting for you to embrace it fully. As you walk toward it, you step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Every thought you entertain carries power. It is not simply a fleeting idea that drifts through your mind unnoticed. Each one carries an energy, a force that directs where your life will move. When you wake in the morning and choose what you will think about, you are setting a tone for the entire day. Will you focus on fear or possibility? On regret or gratitude? On obstacles or solutions? You are far more in control than you have been led to believe. The world may throw circumstances at you, but your response, your focus, determines how those circumstances shape you. What you give your attention to grows. What you water blooms. And what you neglect withers. It is easy to allow your energy to scatter in 1,000 directions. You get pulled into the noise of other people's expectations, opinions, and judgments. You scroll endlessly, comparing your life to carefully curated images of others, questioning your worth, doubting your progress. The mind begins to wander into spaces of lack, frustration, and envy, and without even realizing it, your energy follows. The more you focus on what you lack, the more that sense of scarcity expands. The more you focus on what isn't working, the more you feel stuck. But when you make the conscious decision to shift your focus toward your dreams, your purpose, your inner calling, something miraculous begins to happen. Your energy rises. Possibilities you never noticed start to appear. Solutions find you. The fog lifts. Consider a child learning to walk. They fall repeatedly, stumbling again and again. But their focus remains on the possibility of standing, on the vision of taking that first step. They do not dwell on the falls. They keep their attention fixed on the goal. Their energy remains centered on moving forward, and so they do. The same principle applies to you. Life may present you with countless moments where you stumble, but if you remain focused on your vision, your energy will keep pulling you forward. Many people live their entire lives never understanding this. They become victims of their thoughts. They allow negativity to anchor them, becoming trapped in cycles of fear, anger, and hopelessness. Their energy is constantly being drained, and they wonder why their dreams feel distant. But you have the power to break that cycle. You have the ability to choose your focus, and by doing so, you reclaim your energy. You begin to build momentum, even if the first steps feel small. A single positive shift in your thinking can be the spark that ignites a profound transformation. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast field. If you look only at the weeds, you miss the beauty of the flowers blooming just beyond your gaze. But the moment you shift your eyes, those flowers become your reality. This is the power of attention. Your focus acts like a magnifying glass, amplifying whatever you place it on. If you focus on your fears, they loom large. If you focus on your dreams, they gain power. Your dreams are waiting for you to give them your full attention, to feed them with the energy they need to thrive. The great ones, those who achieve what others believe impossible, are not immune to fear or doubt. They simply refuse to dwell there. They redirect their focus whenever negativity creeps in. They understand that where attention goes, energy flows. They invest their energy into building, into believing, into creating. They know that the external world will often reflect their internal world. When you hold a clear vision of your dream and fuel it with unwavering attention, you begin to align your energy with opportunities, with people, with resources that once seemed out of reach. There is a sacred responsibility that comes with this knowledge. You cannot blame the world for where your focus lingers. You cannot continue feeding energy into patterns that keep you small. The moment you recognize your power, you are called to use it. Your thoughts become the architects of your destiny. Your focus becomes the compass. Even on difficult days, even when progress feels invisible, the energy you pour into your vision is building something real, something lasting. Think of a seed buried beneath the soil. It does not sprout overnight. It remains hidden, quietly gathering strength as roots begin to form. The farmer does not dig it up daily to check its progress. Instead, he trusts the process, knowing that consistent care and attention will yield a harvest in time. Your dreams are much the same. They require your focus, your patience, your steady energy. With each day that you choose to align your attention with your vision, you are watering that seed. You are building a foundation strong enough to support the beauty that is yet to bloom. Even when doubt whispers, even when fear tugs at your sleeve, you have the ability to bring your focus back to your vision. You have the ability to speak life into your dreams, to shift your energy toward what you desire instead of what you fear. This is not delusion. This is faith in action. This is the work that transforms potential into reality. Your dreams are calling. They are waiting for your full attention, for your undivided energy. They are ready to meet you at the place where focus and action collide. There is a weight many people carry that they have grown so accustomed to, they hardly realize how heavy it has become. It lingers quietly beneath the surface, hidden beneath smiles and daily routines. Yet its presence affects every decision, every interaction, every dream. This weight is made of old hurts, regrets that sting, betrayals that echo in the mind, comparisons that whisper, and moments of failure that replay like a haunting melody. It is impossible to move forward freely when your energy is entangled in these invisible chains. Energy thrives in open, light spaces. It cannot breathe under the suffocation of unresolved pain, resentment, and self-judgment. The world tells you to push through, to hustle harder, to grind your way to success, but you cannot hustle your way out of heaviness. You cannot outrun the burden that sits within you. No amount of action will sustain you if your energy remains clogged with bitterness and regret. What you must do is release. You must release, not because they deserve your forgiveness, not because the past deserves to be forgotten, but because you deserve peace. You deserve freedom. You deserve the lightness that comes when your energy is no longer wasted on battles long over. Carrying the weight of anger or disappointment serves nothing but exhaustion. It robs you of the vitality you need to pour into your dreams. Consider how the ocean moves. When a storm comes, the waves may rise with fury, but soon the waters settle again. The ocean does not cling to the storm, it allows it to pass. You too must learn to allow what has hurt you to pass. Holding on only prolongs the storm inside you. Letting go does not mean you approve of what happened. It means you are no longer willing to surrender your energy to it. You reclaim that energy and redirect it to what matters, to what lifts you. There are moments when the pain feels justified, when the betrayal cuts deep and you believe that holding on somehow gives you control. But true power comes from release. The moment you let go, you reclaim a part of yourself that was trapped in that moment. You open space within your heart for new possibilities, for fresh inspiration, for greater clarity. Your energy begins to circulate freely again, no longer obstructed by the heavy walls of resentment. Look at nature. The trees shed their leaves each autumn, not because they are broken, but because releasing the old makes space for new growth. The tree does not mourn the leaves it loses. It trusts that spring will bring fresh blossoms. You too are designed to release what no longer serves you. The pain you carry is not your identity. It is an experience, not a definition of your worth. Each time you release a layer of hurt, you make room for your dreams to take root deeper within you. You create fertile ground for your potential to flourish. The greatest dreams require your full energy. They ask for your heart, your creativity, your resilience. When your energy is divided between your vision and your wounds, your progress stalls. It's like trying to run forward while holding on to ropes that pull you backward. The harder you run, the more tangled you become. But when you cut those ropes, when you lay down the burdens, you feel a momentum you never thought possible. Your dreams start pulling you forward with a force that feels effortless. Because your energy is no longer split. You become lighter, clearer, more present. There will be people who do not understand your decision to release. They may see your forgiveness as weakness, your peace as avoidance. But you will know the truth within yourself. Releasing is the most courageous act of self-love. It is standing in the fullness of your own worth, declaring that your future is more important than your past. You no longer allow old wounds to dictate the limits of your life. You create space for joy, for healing, for new opportunities to find you. Imagine trying to plant a garden in soil filled with rocks and debris. No matter how good the seed is, it cannot thrive in crowded ground. The same is true for your dreams. You must clear the space within. Remove what no longer serves so that your dreams can take root and rise strong. This inner clearing is not a one-time act, but a continuous practice. As life brings new experiences, new challenges, you will have to pause again and again to release, to forgive, to let go. Each release frees up more energy, more clarity, more strength. You may wonder how to release something that feels so deeply embedded. The answer is not always easy, but it begins with willingness. The willingness to see that holding on is costing you more than letting go. The willingness to choose freedom even when pain tries to convince you otherwise. It is a decision you may have to make every single day, to wake up and choose lightness, to breathe deeply and say, today I release what no longer serves me. In that daily choice, your energy begins to shift. You rise, you become unburdened, you become available to your highest possibilities. The people you allow into your space are shaping your energy in ways you may not always realize. Every conversation, every interaction, every glance carries energy. Some people walk into your life and immediately feel like sunlight. Warm, uplifting, expansive. They see your dreams with you. They believe in your potential, even on the days you struggle to see it yourself. They are the elevators. They lift you. They remind you of your worth. They speak words that fuel your growth, and they challenge you to rise higher. These people are gifts. Their presence creates a safe space for your vision to unfold. They celebrate your wins without envy. They offer wisdom without judgment. They stand beside you, not because they expect something in return, but because your light reflects something beautiful in them as well. And then there are others, the anchors. They may not intend harm, but their energy pulls you down. They see your dreams through the lens of their own fear, their own limitations. When you share your vision, they respond with caution, with doubt, with subtle discouragement disguised as concern. Are you sure that's realistic? What if it doesn't work? People like us don't do things like that. Their words seep into your mind, planting seeds of hesitation. And if you're not careful, those seeds take root. Your confidence begins to shrink. Your enthusiasm dims. You start to question whether your dreams are even worth pursuing. Protecting your space is not about arrogance, it's about wisdom. You are responsible for guarding the energy around you because your dreams depend on it. You cannot afford to allow voices filled with doubt to become louder than the whisper of your calling. The journey toward your dreams requires courage, clarity, and consistency. Being surrounded by people who pull you into negativity or complacency drains the energy you need to move forward. Every time you absorb their fears, their jealousy, their limitations, you are borrowing energy from your own vision to carry their burdens. Look at how the eagle rises. It soars high, often flying alone because the air is thinner at higher altitudes. Not everyone is meant to walk every part of your journey with you. Some people are only equipped to travel certain distances, and when the path demands greater heights, you must be willing to continue, even if it means fewer voices around you. This solitude is not punishment, it's preparation. In the quiet, your focus sharpens, your connection to your vision strengthens. You begin to hear your own voice more clearly. Yet, even as you distance yourself from anchors, seek out those who elevate you. Find mentors who have walked similar paths, friends who dream boldly, and companions who see your growth as a shared joy rather than a threat. These are the people who will sit with you in your moments of doubt and remind you of your strength. They will challenge you to stretch, to risk, to believe beyond what feels comfortable. They will hold you accountable, not from criticism but from love. Their energy will nourish your own, creating a cycle of mutual growth. Choosing your circle carefully does not mean you love others any less. It means you love your purpose enough to protect it. It means you honor your dreams enough to be selective about what influences you allow into your mind and heart. Energy is contagious. Spend enough time with those who are fearful, and fear becomes familiar. Spend enough time with those who believe, and belief becomes your default. You absorb the energy you are most consistently exposed to. That is why your circle matters. In moments of weakness, when doubt tries to creep in, these elevators will be your reminder. They will speak words that reignite your passion, that realign you with your vision. They will not allow you to settle for less than what you are capable of. Their belief in you will at times be stronger than your own, pulling you forward until you can stand firm again. This is the sacred power of choosing your community. You are not meant to walk your journey entirely alone, but you are meant to walk it intentionally, surrounding yourself with those who want to see you win, who celebrate your growth, and who call you higher at every turn. The temptation to believe that transformation only comes from grand, sweeping changes is one of the most dangerous illusions. We convince ourselves that unless we make massive leaps, take bold risks, or completely overhaul our lives overnight, we are not truly progressing. But the truth is far more gentle, far more accessible. It is in the small shifts where the real power lies. The seemingly insignificant adjustments you make each day, the quiet disciplines you honor in private, the consistent choices to align your actions with your vision. These are the seeds of profound change. Consider the slow drip of water upon stone. One drop holds little power, but over time, that steady rhythm shapes the rock, carving through it with quiet determination. Your habits function the same way. A small shift in your morning routine, a few minutes spent in reflection, an intentional decision to replace one negative thought with a positive affirmation. These moments may seem too small to matter, but they are creating waves beneath the surface of your life. Momentum is born not in grand gestures, but in consistency. The journey toward your dream is not always a straight line. There will be days when progress feels invisible, when the changes you've made don't yet reflect in the outcomes you desire. But each small shift builds upon the last, creating an invisible foundation of strength and resilience. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes natural. The habits that once required conscious effort become part of who you are. And as you continue these small shifts, the distance between where you stand and where you wish to be grows smaller without you even realizing it. Think of how the sun rises. It does not burst into the sky with sudden brilliance. It inches upward slowly, gradually filling the world with light. Your transformation is much like that sunrise. Every small shift is another ray of light breaking through the darkness of doubt, fear, and stagnation. The world may not notice these early glimmers, but you will feel the warmth growing within you. You will feel your energy rising with each quiet victory. The danger lies in dismissing these small shifts as unimportant, in telling yourself that 5 minutes of discipline won't make a difference, that one small act of courage isn't enough, that a single moment of gratitude won't shift your outlook. But these small moments compound, they multiply, they create patterns, and patterns shape destiny. What you do repeatedly, even in small doses, eventually defines the trajectory of your life. The power of small shifts lies not in their size, but in their accumulation. There is grace in this truth. You do not have to overhaul your entire life to begin moving toward your dream. You simply need to start where you are, with what you have, and commit to one small shift at a time. The courage to take one more step, to make one better choice, to hold one empowering thought, to practice one more moment of discipline. Over time, those shifts create a current strong enough to carry you toward your vision. There is a quiet yet profound truth that waits for you to fully grasp it. You are the co-creator of your future. Life may bring its storms, its uncertainties, its unexpected detours, but you are not simply a passenger being carried along by forces beyond your control. You have been given the remarkable power of choice. Every day, in countless small ways, you are shaping the direction of your life through your decisions, your focus, your beliefs, and your discipline. This power may feel subtle at times, but it is there, quietly influencing the world around you as surely as the sun shapes the growth of every plant it touches. There will be moments when you are tempted to surrender to circumstances, to believe that your dreams are at the mercy of external conditions, but even then you are making a choice, to relinquish your power or to stand in it. The truth is, obstacles will come. Life will not always move according to your timeline. People will disappoint you, plans will shift, and unexpected challenges will arise. But none of these things strip you of your ability to choose your response. Your mindset is your greatest tool. Your perspective determines whether a challenge becomes a barrier or a stepping stone. Imagine a river carving its way through rock over centuries. The rock may seem immovable, but the water persists, adjusting its path, finding new routes, constantly flowing forward. Your dream requires that same flexibility, that same steady resilience. You do not control every circumstance, but you control your persistence, your commitment, your energy. You control whether you allow setbacks to harden you or to strengthen your resolve. Your vision is a sacred responsibility. It was entrusted to you because you have within you what is required to bring it into existence. But it will not manifest through wishful thinking alone. It demands your partnership. It asks for your action, your preparation, your willingness to grow, even when growth feels uncomfortable. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, courage over fear, faith over doubt, you are aligning yourself more deeply with your vision. You are demonstrating that you are a willing partner in the creation of your own destiny. Think of the farmer who sows seeds into the earth. He cannot force the harvest, but he does not sit idly either. He prepares the soil, tends the land, waters the fields, and trusts the process. Your role is much like that. You sow the seeds of your dream through consistent action. You nourish them with belief and perseverance, and in time, the harvest comes. Your daily choices are the silent builders of that future. There is a sacred dance between your effort and the unfolding of life. When you take bold steps, life responds. When you show up with intention, doors open. Opportunities find you, not because they magically appear, but because your energy, your focus, and your preparation align you with the very things you seek. You become magnetic to the possibilities that match your level of commitment and belief. There is an undeniable truth that often gets overlooked in the noise of life. You hold within you a creative force capable of transforming your reality. No matter where you started, no matter what has happened before, no matter the obstacles placed in your path, you are not powerless. You are not simply at the mercy of circumstances, waiting for life to hand you what you desire. You are the co-creator of your future. This truth does not remove the existence of hardship, but it does illuminate your role in determining how far you will rise despite it. At every moment you are offered choices. The choice to believe in your vision or to succumb to fear. The choice to take one more step forward or to retreat into comfort. The choice to honor your discipline or to let distraction steal another day. It is not grand sweeping choices that build your future, but these small repeated moments of decision. Each time you choose in alignment with your purpose, you lay another stone upon the path of your destiny. Life will never unfold without its share of unexpected twists. Plans will falter, people will disappoint, and setbacks will arise without warning. But your power lies not in controlling these events, it lies in controlling your response to them. When disappointment comes, you decide whether it becomes a stopping point or a moment of recalibration. When fear whispers in your ear, you decide whether it becomes your master or simply background noise you move through. You hold that power even when it feels distant. Look at nature's resilience. The seed planted beneath the soil does not question the darkness that surrounds it. It reaches upward, drawn by a pull it cannot fully explain. Day by day it presses through the weight of the earth, following a quiet knowing that light waits above. You too have that pull within you. The dream inside you is not random. It was placed there for a reason, and it carries with it the strength to push through every layer of resistance as long as you continue to nurture it. Your role as co-creator demands your participation. It asks for your vision, but also your discipline, your desire, but also your action. Dreams remain distant when they live only in your imagination. They become reality when you are willing to meet them with effort, with preparation, with consistency. Every time you show up for your vision, even on days when motivation feels absent, you demonstrate your readiness for what you see. The universe meets preparation. Opportunity favors those who have positioned themselves through daily acts of faith. The people who rise into their highest potential are not those who never doubt, never fear, or never struggle. They are those who, in the face of every doubt, every fear, every struggle, choose to move anyway. They understand that co-creating their future means trusting the process, even when the outcome is not yet visible. It means holding the vision even when progress feels slow. It means believing in the unseen while working with the seen. Imagine a sculptor standing before a large block of stone. The final masterpiece lives already in his mind, but the work requires patient, deliberate chiseling. Each strike of the hammer removes only a tiny fragment, yet each strike is necessary to reveal the beauty hidden within. Your actions are the chisel, your discipline is the hammer, your vision is the masterpiece waiting to be uncovered. Each day's effort may seem small, but over time the shape of your dream begins to emerge, until one day you step back and see the fullness of what you have created. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for the perfect moment. You are not waiting for someone else to validate your path. You are the one who will either breathe life into your dreams or allow them to fade. Every choice you make sends a signal. Every thought you feed becomes fuel for what grows. When you choose to align your actions with your vision, you engage in a powerful dialogue with life itself. You say, I am ready. And when you are ready, life responds.